Tell us how that friendship has developed over the years.
Well, I've known the president for over 25 years. I never did any business. It was just a social relationship. And by the way, I should say, one of the things for me, and I think is less of that in the world today in business, is building relationships. You know, especially with iPhones and texting, a lot of things are one way. And actually, I think it's impacted Washington because there's not the discussion and the empathy and understanding people's point of view that's different than yours. And the only way you change things is to convince people to do what you think is right, but you can't do that if you're only one way. Anyhow, but I've known Donald for that period of time. I actually had the privilege of going to his wedding with Melania about 11, 12 years. Bill and Hillary Clinton were sitting at the table next to me, just
Oh, they
for the
remember
record.
that.
Well, I remember it because it's, and you know, when the only bad deal I've had my whole life is when my wife, bless her memory, died of ovarian cancer, you know, over 13, 14 months. And he flew up to the funeral with Melania. They came to my home, and he called me once a week for a year and invited me to things. And that was the darkest period of my life. And I'm a pretty strong person, but my kids thought I was going to die. And there were 5 or 6 people who were great to me, and he was one of them. And loyalty and friendship trumps politics for me. And relationships, if I've had any modicum of success, it's because I've had good relationships and people trusted me. And so I always remember the people who were good to me in my most vulnerable time, and he was in that category. I know he does things or says things that sometimes, you know, he doesn't mean everything he says, but I'm privileged to know that. But people who don't know him maybe don't see the better side. But I'll tell you one thing, he's very hardworking. What we have to do in this country is help working class people and poor people more than anything. You know, Michael spoke of how privileged we all are to live here, and anyone who's emigrated here understands that. And I really believe that he wants to make this country better, and he's grown in the job. I've seen it too, because, well, you know, for me, it's like having a high school buddy or fraternity brother become president of the state. It's weird in a way, but it's cool, and I want to do anything I can to help him help this country. And I don't believe that he is portrayed properly, and so a lot of people don't see him the right way. And part of it is self-inflicted with the things some of the style he uses. But I really hope that things will be much better 3 to 6 months from now.